friends, today we're gonna make beef curry, the typical Indian Kerala style beef curry, and this is how it would look. And let's start with the recipe. I have around 400 grams of beef here, and I have chopped them into like really small pieces. It is very important that when you chop your beef, it should be in small pieces. Otherwise, the spices won't go in properly, and you don't get that good flavor. So let's start adding the spices into it, and then we are going to cook it. So first thing I'm gonna add in here is some fennel seeds. This is how it looks. Fennel seeds. This is not jeera but soft fennel seeds. So around 1 teaspoon of fennel seeds. Then this is my spice box that I have here ready. So at one go I can take everything. So this is salt. I have turmeric here. Turmeric. And then I have red chili powder, that is cayenne pepper. You can add according to your taste, like how much hot you want it to be. And then lastly I'm going to add in the garam masala, which is Eastern beef masala, and you can get this in any Indian grocery store over here, and I like this particular brand Eastern, so I use this. So we'll add at least a spoon of the beef masala, so almost 1 tablespoon of the beef masala, and give all this a good mix. Like this, mix up everything really well so that it is all coated with the spices. And then I usually cook my beef in a pressure cooker, and for one vessel. You can cook it in an open vessel if you want, but I like it cooked well, so I would usually cook it in a pressure cooker. I've transferred everything to a pressure cooker, and we'll close it with a lid and keep it on the stove, turning on the and replace the vessel, and we'll till one whistle I'll allow it to cook, and then we'll release it, and then we're gonna saute the entire thing. So till the time this cooks, we're gonna do a next preparation, that is chopping the onions, ginger, garlic, everything rest which we need to make this curry. Okay, so you can see my beef is cooked well. Okay, and Canadian beef doesn't take a long time to cook, so only one whistle is enough, and this is done. Now for sauteing the beef, these are the things that you need. I've sliced one big white onion here. You can use white or red onion, whatever you like. Then I have some curry leaves. I have slit 2 green chilies. This is ginger and garlic paste, and some lime juice. So let's start with the sauteing. So we'll take a pan, heat it, and then we'll add in some oil. I'm using coconut oil here, and to make a good Indian beef curry, good Indian Kerala beef recipe, you have to use coconut oil, and only then you're gonna get that taste. So let's add in some coconut oil here. So it has to melt. This is Canada, and everything will be solid here because it's almost cold all the time. Although now the weather is really good, it's spring here and it's a lot better now. Let it melt. So now you can see the oil is hot enough, and I'm going to add in the onions. We have to keep the flame on high because we have to saute this onion till it becomes kind of brown. So keep it on high and have some patience because this will take a little time. Actually, what you can do is whenever you like, what this is how I usually do it, but for the video I've already prepared everything and kept like everything I've prepared and kept. Otherwise, what I usually do is I would slice the onions, put it in the pan to fry, and then I'll go on slit my chilies and then make the ginger garlic paste because there would be a lot of time. So that way it's quicker and easier when I do this. This is a recipe that one of my friends here, my colleague here, she asked me for this recipe, and so this is for you, Amy. I am making this recipe especially for you. And now we can add in the curry leaves. You can buy this curry leaves again. You might find it in superstore or sometimes in Walmart, or maybe in a Indian grocery store you'll find this. Unlike India, right? In Canada, curry leaves are very expensive. India, we used to have a tree in my backyard, and I never valued curry leaves there, but after coming here, I've noticed that this is so expensive, and then I, I'm treasuring and keeping it now. So let this saute for some more time, and then we'll add in some salt in there. You can stir it occasionally, and now I'm gonna add in, because this is kind of become translucent, I'm gonna add in some salt to it. Salt usually would quicken up the sauteing process. And let it cook for some more time. Okay, as you can see, slightly it has started becoming brown. So I'm gonna add in the chilies, and mix them, and then I'll be adding in few minutes I'll be adding the garlic and ginger paste. When you're cooking beef, you don't have to add water in it. Beef would be releasing its own water. So just keep that in mind. Don't add water. There would be already water in there. So that's one thing. So let's cook it for some more time, and then we'll add in the garlic and ginger. I'm adding the ginger garlic to it now. Okay, mix that. So I've reduced the flame, and this is kind of what you want it to look. Be careful not to burn it, but at the same time you want it to become brown. And so this is kind of brown now, and then I'm going to start adding in the spices to it. So let's start. First thing goes in is turmeric. Without turmeric, I almost don't make anything. Okay, then goes in chili. You'll be thinking how much chili? Yeah, we like it hot. So because we have already added in the beef, so you can be careful about adding this. And I've got 2 green chilies also. So adjust according to your taste. Then goes in is the coriander powder. Another very important thing, it is the coriander powder. This you have to add in quite a bit. So I'm going to add in almost like 2 and 3. Let's give this entire thing a mix. Eh, the authentic Kerala beef recipe. They add in some coconut chunks to it. I don't have any, so I'm not adding it today. But when you add in those coconut chunks, it tastes like really good. So you can try that too. And after adding all this, I'm gonna add in the beef masala, which I had showed you earlier. Um, So almost 1 teaspoon of the beef masala. You can add in according to your beef, because I've got less beef today, so I'm adding just that much, and we've already added when we are cooking. This is the masala. Okay, and you can see here also there are some you see coconut chunks here, and see how yummy it looks. Okay, we're gonna add in a little bit of black pepper. So we've got some crushed black pepper here. I'm adding in some black pepper. Do it according to your taste. Again, I'm telling you that. And keep the flame very low. You don't want to burn your spices. So keep it very low. Give everything a good stir. Let it cook. And see that there is enough oil. Otherwise your masalas will, and the spices would burn up. So I know this looks like it's already all burnt up, but no, this is going to turn out to be like really yummy. You have to saute it for a while, only then you get that good beef taste out of it. And now I'm gonna add in the lime juice that we have taken. So add a little bit of lime juice in there. And give it a stir, and now we can actually add in the cooked beef that we have. Now we're going to start adding in the cooked beef to this, and see that you don't add the water that is there in the beef. So we'll only take the beef and add it, and we'll add the water later on. And see that your beef is cooked well. That's how I like it. Not cooked too much, not cooked, it has to be cooked well, the right amount. So if you feel in one whistle your beef is not cooked, go ahead, let it be 2 more whistles or 3 more whistles, how much ever it takes. But Canadian beef cooks real quick, so the max that you would need is 2 whistles. Okay, now give it a very good stir, very good mix. Okay, and keep it on a medium flame. Keep stirring it, keep mixing it, and let the color of the beef turn a little more brownish. Like at least cook it for another 2 minutes, and then we'll add in this water which is remaining in the vessel. We'll add it to this. So keep stirring to get that perfectly cooked beef curry. It already smells so good. So it's kind of done for almost like 2 minutes, and now I'm gonna add in the water which is there. If you want to keep it dry, you can keep it dry in this form, and you can stir it a little more and make it a little more crispier. So you can keep it like this so it becomes a beef dry roast. But today I want to have some curry, so I'm gonna add in this water. And if I feel the water is less, I'll add some more water to it. I think that the water is less, so I'll be adding a little more water to it to make it into a gravy. So as you can see, I've added in some more water to it and give it a good mix, and then you can take a lid and close it and cook it on slow for maybe 2 3 minutes, so it becomes a bit more tender. Well, with beef, you can definitely go for more combinations with it. You can add in potatoes to it while you're cooking, or you can add in plantain to it. You can add tapioca to it. If you don't want to like have it as only beef in there. So if your beef is like has got too much of fat in it, so you can add in potatoes to it. So the potato would, you know. Absorb the fat from it, and the potato would have a very good taste, and that ways it would make the dish a little more healthier, especially for people who are like scared of having or getting cholesterol. So that ways it's beneficial. And let's put a lid to it and let it cook. I've put a lid on it, and I'm gonna let it cook on a very less flame, very low flame, for another 2 minutes. You can occasionally keep stirring it. Keep stirring it occasionally, give it a stir. I added some more water to it because I want to have a bit of gravy today. So this is kind of done, and I'm gonna keep it for some more time, a few more minutes. Let it cook for a few more minutes. As you can see, the beef is completely cooked and ready. So we can turn off the flame, and I'm gonna transfer it to a bowl and garnish it. I've transferred it to a bowl, and this is how it looks. I can't wait to taste it. Looks super yummy, and I'm gonna taste and see how's it. And you can pair this up with uh, rice, roti, chapati, naan, bread. Tastes good. It's yummy. So go ahead, taste it. Try this recipe. You're gonna love it. Thank you so much for watching.